Hi, folks. Welcome to week 4, EDU 791. I just got done another video for my other online course, so I had to make sure that I stated it right, not give you the wrong information. So I hope you're doing well. I know it's totally crazy out there. I did mention that UNE started back with college students on the campuses, and they're all being COVID tested before they come and when they get here, and it's a busy place. So it brings me back to reality, being here working from home, about what truly is out there and what you guys are, focusing on, and as well as my student teachers that I have in school. So I want to very dedicatedly say thank you very much. I really appreciate it. All that you're doing, and the internship on top of that. So what have we been doing? Whoa, Sal, you are knock your socks off with information about Sal. And I'm going to back out a little bit more. I did send an email out. I hope people are checking their UNE email, because that's how I'm supposed to send correspondence to you. And in week 2, since we're such a huge class, that I asked the IDS, can we break it up into 2 groups? So when I was speaking with one of the people that work in IDS, she said, yeah, let's do a thread and another thread and go from there. So then when I started looking at all the threads and all the people who had written and all the people who had responded, I'm like, oh, these poor students. So I got back with one of the people over there and I said, can we do something else? Can we actually break them into groups, regular groups? And it sometimes IDS doesn't do that once a course is started. But after talking with the individual that I know very well, and she looked at the discussion board, she goes, yeah, we need to put them in groups. So you're going to be in groups week 5. Okay. This 3, 4 that you're in now, talking about Sal, we need to keep it that way. And actually, everybody in the course, 18 people, have added their initial response. Okay. One more person, I'm sure, will do it, by whenever it needs to be done. So I saw and responded to 18 people so far. And now, if you haven't already, because some people have already responded to 2 peers, go in and randomly pick 2 people and respond. It will be much clearer next week when we go into a different discussion board. But the information about Sal, when you're responding to 18 people, I know all instructors don't respond to all students, but I do. It's like, how many different times can you say the same thing about Sal? But you have talked about so many different opportunities out there for Sal, or non-opportunities for students, and where what's happening in your school and not happening, or your beliefs, your true beliefs are coming through on this, and they are phenomenal. So thank you for the inspirational comments that you're making as well. And if you even if you want to read more than 2 peers, you don't have to respond, you'll learn a lot. I know I did. So thank you for those. I appreciate that. I'm trying to take it step by step here. If you didn't write an in citation response, I have been emailing you, and I believe that I did post discussion board exemplars on the announcements. If you didn't get a chance to look at it, you might want to go back, because when you respond in initial response, what you have to do is, so if we're talking about green, okay, then you might say Green stated that, dot, dot, dot. So you would write Green, the date of the book, and then you would go on. And then that's an in response citation, in citation, it's called. So you have to give the author, and you have to give the date of the material. Then down the bottom in your reference, you reference the whole material, the whole book. All right. If you have any concerns about that, let me know. Because again, it's another way that people just don't get full points. And I want to make sure that you do. So I just wanted to do a very strong sharing that information again and clarification again. Okay. So this week you're responding, of course, to the discussion board if you haven't already done so. This week is your cover letter week. By Sunday, you have to have your cover letter done, fourth week. Okay, you have to have it done. I might even say, go back to your module 2 and check to see if I'm 100% accurate on that. It might even be this Sunday. Anyways, a lot of people have done that. If you give it to me in a Word, I can go in and I can make comments. If you give it to me in a PDF, I can't. I just give overall comments, okay? Some people have done the cover letter to a point, it's get to go. And I have said, put it in the final if you wish, all right? A lot of people have already sent me the resume. And the reason I'm trying to be so strategic in my thinking is because when so many people are ahead of the game, I'm like, is this right? Do I have this right in my mind? So, so some people have submitted a resume and I've done the same thing. The other point that's way out there, but it's not that far, and I've had questions about it, which I totally understand. I think this information should be up front, is about the ePortfolio. And I'm going to screen share for 1 second. I've got so many windows open here. I told the other class I have 2 online courses and 2 undergrads. In my online courses, I have 45 students. So, and everything's due at the same time type thing. So I'm got a lot of stuff on my screen. I just don't need to share it all to you. That's all. Sorry, I wasn't complaining by any means. So ePortfolio, this is what is included, and you are going to really like it. Portfolio introduction. You have to do that later on. Of course, you could do it now, but your introduction might change. Leadership philosophy. Some of you have your final done, but you at least have that first draft done. Okay. Cover letter, what you're working on, week 3, 4. Resume coming up, 5, 6. This is the thing that I want you to be thinking about right here. Because I did talk to IDS and ask them if they could put it in a space where you could see it up front. Because in the course, it's always been right before the ePortfolio. You have to do an annotated bibliography. This should be a collection of 3 to 5 references and resources that have informed your work as a leader. So it could be, let's go back to Green. It could be Green. You really like that book. The other question I'm teaching right now is strategic planning. And so, you know, you might have something in your strategic planning course that you want to bring in as an article that you read. Sell, you might have read an article that had to do with sell. So take 3 articles, 3 books, references, or resources. It could be a video, okay? Readings from various courses, books, journal article, and websites are all acceptable. I just gave you examples. And then you have the internship document part. Your proposal, that's already done. Your journal and log, that's what you're working on. Your pre-assessment, you have done. Your post-assessment will be at the end. It's a pre-assessment, but you complete it as a post. Your final assessment by your supervising on-site mentor. The individual, the mentor, has to sign off on a paper and signature. It can be electronic, okay? And then you have a leadership project summary that you have to write. Those are what's in your ePortfolio. That's it. It's a lot, but you don't have to go out, except for the annotated bibliography. You don't have to go out and find something else. Most of the work that you're doing is completed in this course. Okay, so consider that as we continue down the journey of our 15 weeks. Any questions? You know how to contact me, right? Okay, I am going to stop sharing, and I think that's it. Take care of yourselves, please. I'm thinking of you. 207-284-3680. And we're getting there. Okay, we're together on this. Okay, thank you so very much. I appreciate your time, your expertise, and just who you are. Okay, thank you. Be well.